Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. So this will be a little bit different. Here's the backstory. The reason why the cards are already open, it is because I took them out yesterday evening and I was filming. And somehow when I saw the cards, I understood that the message that I needed to give to you was not related to tarot. So I was a little bit like the reading was going all over the place. So I decided to do it again because I think that it is a very important subject and I want to do it the right way. So the cards that came out is Breathe, the Tribe, a Leg Up in reverse, and a Change in the Wind in reverse. So, what came to me, it is that I might be talking to someone here who is very critical about themselves. They might be doing a lot and always feeling it's not good enough, they need to do more, they need to do better, all those kind of things. What this led me to, it is to talk to you about your inner talk, right? The dialogue that you have with yourself. Why? I can tell you why I was inspired to talk about that, because first of all, we have Breathe, which says to me that somebody needs to stop for a moment and deep breathe, like refresh your way of thinking, your mind, all of those things. A Leg Up in reverse, this tells me about someone who doesn't rest, but it doesn't mean that you don't rest physically, but mentally you might not rest. And so the inner talk came to me truly also when I saw the Tribe, because the Tribe, it is talking about your family, it is talking about your education, what you absorbed as a child. So you might have been dealing, growing up, with a parent that might have been judgmental, saying harsh things. It may be that they even didn't tell it to you. Maybe they did, but maybe they didn't. But they might have been speaking about other people and being very judgmental. And you might have absorbed all of that, and you might have become very judgmental of yourself, like observing yourself from the outside with the most critical perception of yourself. And so it's important to be able to analyze your self-talk and clean out whatever doesn't belong to you, okay? So, I will give you an example about myself. I grew up with someone in my household that was very nasty, okay? Very critical, very nasty. They wanted to make me feel small, might have been jealous. But I absorbed a lot of things. And so one thing that I thought about me, for example, it is that I am lazy. And so at a certain moment, I questioned myself and I said, if I put this aside, this thing that I think about myself, I put it aside and I observe myself, what do I see? I see that I'm passionate, that when I'm working on something, I'm not counting the hours, that I'm dedicated. So this lazy, is not truly a reflection of me, but it is something that I absorbed, right? And the problem with all those things, when we absorb all those things, and we naturally do, because if we heard it from our parents, for example, as a child, we might have absorbed them and they became part of our inner dialogue. If you hear something, it's my cat. I'm sorry for a second. I'm going to see if she wants to get down. Tu veux descendre encore? Sorry about that. What I was saying is that if you absorbed all those things, you might be overcompensating. This is one thing. And second, let's say for the example of being lazy, okay? If whatever I'm doing, I always feel that I'm not good enough, I'm not doing good enough, I am lazy, so only this inner dialogue is draining my energy, and at the end of the day, I might not want to do anything. Why? Because simply I know that whatever I will do, I will never be satisfied about it. And so I might look at myself and say, yes, I'm lazy because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. But the reason why I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, it is because anyway, I know that the inner dialogue that I will experience will be so draining that I'm already drained even before doing that. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope that I'm making sense. So I would like, if this resonates with you, right, I would like to give you some clues on how you can help yourself. So what you can do is take a piece of paper and a pen and do automatic writing. What does it mean? You don't even think about what you are writing. You are just allowing your brain to guide your hand. But I want you to think about the way that you are talking to yourself, right? And I want you to put it down, write it down. And then read it and observe the way you are talking to yourself. What kind of beliefs you might have about yourself. And I want you to truly, objectively look at the reality for what it is. And look what you might have absorbed. Sometimes some people, it's easier for them if they can associate it back to the person that has said those things. So for example, if I can go back to when I took this idea that I'm lazy and observe the situation and the person, it can help me deconstruct that. So you have to see what is helpful to you. If you need to deconstruct that, for example, with parents, okay? Some parents might have said something out of anger, frustration, out of exhaustion, and some parents have the ability to come after and say, you know, I'm sorry about what I said. I don't believe that. I was just angry about something else and I just said something. Please, I apologize. Don't take it on yourself. But many parents don't. They don't do it. And so you might truly have taken all those things on yourself. So I want you to observe this inner dialogue because it can truly drain you. It might make you overextend yourself, and it's not just in childhood. I will give you another example of my own life. I was seeing someone. We were totally in the beginning. There was even not a relationship, but this person was living abroad. They came to spend the weekend. We spent the weekend together. It was great. And when this person was leaving back to where they live, they told me, you know, I don't know if in the following days I will be able to talk to you and this and that. No problem, but also nowadays, if you are excited about someone and you had a great time, chances are that you will want to send a message, be in touch in a way or another. But you know, I said, okay, no problem. And then afterwards, this person communicated with me, but there was also something very blocked. And so later on, I came to the town where this person was living, and I didn't say anything because a few months had passed, and somehow, you know, nothing came out of those few days that we spent together. And this person, I guess by social media, knew that I was coming to his town, and so he sent me a message saying, don't you think that we should discuss about what happened? I said, I don't think so, but if you want, with pleasure. And so we sat down and we discussed. And so this person asked me what happened. So I said, listen, when the fire was hot, you let it die. So, I just, it's okay for me. I won't insist. I had a great time with you, but, if you didn't feel the same, all cool. And so I gave him my version, and so I asked him for his version. He was very surprised, and he said to me, you don't do any efforts. So, okay, I went back home, and I thought about it. When somebody's telling me something, I'm questioning. And I said, you know what, it's very weird, because I know myself, I know that I had a great time, that I wanted it to continue. I also know that I have no ego, I don't have those kind of things. So at the end of the day, I didn't absorb it, but I could have. And if I had, I would have maybe in order to overcompensate, because I would have absorbed this thing that I'm not making enough efforts, I would have made too many efforts in another relationship, right? Anyway, sometime later, I was at a wedding and I saw this same person. And so I asked them, I said to them, what you said to me then, I thought about it and I don't see it. So can you please tell me where I didn't do enough efforts? You came, I was open, we spent all the time together. You said to me that, you would be busy. So yes, I won't bother you. But afterwards I called you, everything. So I don't see. Please explain to me. And this person said to me, I just said that because I was surprised. When you asked me to give you a feedback, I didn't know what to say. And so I just said whatever came to my mind. So I said, okay, so you don't believe that I didn't do enough effort? And this person said, no, absolutely not. I'm sorry that I said that. I was just trying to have some consistency because you asked me a question and I wanted to answer something. So why am I telling you that? Because this happens all the time. People can say things to you out of a lack of self-confidence, just in order to have some kind of consistency, and you might absorb. So it's very important to be able not to just absorb. I'm not saying, don't question yourself, but question yourself. Don't just absorb. So all of those things, you might have been dealing with a bully when you were younger. I had a bully. I heard someone saying to one of my friends, what are you doing with this person? This person is stupid. I was very surprised. I didn't think especially that I was intelligent or stupid, but I heard it. So I could have taken this with me, right? So I want you to analyze, get clean on that, because your brain is the most important thing. Whatever beliefs you have on yourself change the way that you are moving into your life, right? So I know that this was different, but I'm here in order to give the messages that comes out. So I guess that maybe someone here might have needed to hear that from me. If it's the case, I hope that I was clear and that I gave you maybe a aha moment, or that I help you in any way. I would love to know. If you were new here, so just know that usually this is not what I'm doing. I'm doing tarot readings, but whatever comes up, comes up. I'm here to deliver messages. So I wanted it to be a short reading, so this will be a very, very short reading, I guess, but I hope still that it is doing what it is supposed to do. So I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, till very, very soon. Bye.